frequencies of the brain. So now we're going to go inside the body and talk about the 7 chakras in the whole body. So can I ask a question? As I'm sure everyone has heard about chakras. Is that true? Most of you know what the chakras is or heard the word? Can I? Yes, no?
Muladhara Chakra, Anahat.
Yes, we have heard.
Okay,
Yes.
good. You heard about it. And if some of you may have already done some research or talked to some people about it, most people in the West, they've heard about chakra. They talk about chakras, and there is a lot of material on the internet on chakras. Some of them is not very good. It's just, sensational material. But there is some good stuff on chakras, like people like Deepak Chopra. Have you heard of him? He's a famous Indian author. He's written about 100 books here in America. He's got 1 or 2 good books, and there are some Americans who have come to India and studied Sanskrit, and they've written some good books on chakras. So my knowledge of chakras is only based on those books. I did not read the Sanskrit thing because I don't know Sanskrit, but I read those books. So my knowledge is secondhand, but I've done always would know a little about it. But now for this session, I spent a lot more time trying to understand what those are, and they are a very important feature in our body. Uh, we have 5 layers of our body. This is one layer called the physical layer, and there are four more layers. And there's a there's a mental layer, there's emotional layer, then there's a clairvoyance, like intuition layer, where we can, without seeing things, we know what's going on in the world. And then there's a final layer called the ananda, bliss layer. And all of us are connected at that bliss layer. So at the pranayama layer, which is the energy layer, the breath layer, that's where these energy centers are. There are 72,000 centers, and it just covers all our body. Out of them, about 104 are in our body, 50 on each side, and 7 of them are in from the bottom of our uh, backbone right up to the top. There are 7 energy points. So that there are 72,000 nadis all over, and the nadi is a junction point. Three junction points meet together in a triangle, and the triangles rotate. And anything that rotates, it looks like a circle. So most people think the chakras is a circle, but it's not a circle. It's really a triangle of 3 points, and they meet at a gland, like the thyroid gland here or the thymus gland. They meet at a gland, and the gland is where the connection happens from the energy outside into our body. So that's very important. And if we can keep that balanced, then our whole body also stays in our sense of balance. Now, each chakra has a color. There are 7 colors, like the 7 colors of the rainbow. There are 7 colors, and there are 7 sounds, 7 unique sounds. Like in the Western system, it's C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, and in the do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, they say, and in the Indian system is sa, re, ga, ma, pa, da, ni, sa. It's the same 7 system. So those 7 sounds are unique. So in the past, I had 5 bowls. Those bowls had multiple notes, but these 7 bowls have only one note. So this root chakra here that I'm going to play, the biggest bowl, it is only the C note. So some of you who are very good at music, I'm not good, they would be able to tell this is a C. And the heart chakra, that is an F note. So some of you may be able to tell this is an F note. So each of them have a separate note. And the crown chakra, this is A. It's only a, so these are unique notes. It's especially built with only one note. So just since this is a new set of bowls. Let's spend about 5 minutes listening to them, and then we'll do some other things. So if you want to just relax in any position, if you're sitting, just sit. There's no need to lie down. Yeah,
ये अभी जो आया
just,
लास्ट
just sit, and for about 5 minutes, we'll play these bowls. I'll start from the root chakra, and I'll go up to the crown chakra, 7 of them. Okay. So if you want to close your eyes and just visualize the sound coming, the first one will be at the bottom, and then the final one, this sound A, will be at the crown chakra. So this is the root chakra. This is the sacral chakra. This is called Manipura, just above the belly button. This is the heart chakra. It is also called anhata, unstruck sound. The un means no sound. It's actually a very silent sound, but it's a sound of G. The sound of F, I'm sorry, F. This is the throat chakra. This is the third eye. And this is the crown chakra, the 1,000-petal chakra. I'll start from the root chakra one more time. Sacral chakra. This is related to the sex organs. The next one is Manipura, stomach, digestion issues. Then the heart, representing love and compassion. Then the throat, where we assert ourselves, we speak our truth, we stand for what we believe. Then the third eye, some people have that ability to see beyond what sight sets, something that's going to happen that nobody knows of, but they, like someone is going to be born, or someone's going to die, or some earthquake far away. That is the third eye, intuition. And the last is the crown chakra. The crown chakra only receives, it does not give out anything. It's called the 1,000-petal lotus. It receives from the universe. energy. If you can just close your eyes and feel that energy coming in from the universe into the top of your crown and the head, and activating all the parts of your body. So we'll start one more round before we go to our next session. So we start with the root. The Heart Chakra. And finally the crown. Now I'd like you to pay attention.
Hi, this is Lawrence doing a recording for sound healing using chakras. Now, there's a lot of information on the internet about chakras, some of it very advanced by Indian and Western experts. Some of it is not so good, it's mainly commercial type stuff. But I found this one YouTube by Sadhguru, very well done. He's probably all of you have heard of him, and he's considered a mystic and well recognized all over the world, not just in India. So just
today it is common scientific knowledge that the whole existence is a reverberation of energy. Or in other words, the whole existence is oscillating between being physical existence and being a vibration. So the source of all that's physical in the existence today, as per modern science, is a reverberation or a vibration. This was recognized by the yogic sciences many millennia ago, and it was said the whole existence is sound, because where there is a vibration, there is bound to be a sound. Vibration is only a description, but in human experience, all vibrations, we experience them as sounds. Among the vibrations that happen in the existence, not all of it is right now available to the human ear. The spectrum of sounds that the reverberations of creation throws out is not fully available to the human ear. Only a small band of frequency is available. This we call as the sonic sounds. What is above or over that is called ultrasonic. What is below is subsonic. Both the subsonic and the ultrasonic sounds are not available to the human ear unless a human being strives, has the necessary sadhana to go beyond these limitations of a small band of frequencies. People who are in a certain state of sadhana, which is referred to as the Ritambara Prajna, may hear sounds beyond its spectrum. Otherwise, most human beings are limited to this small band of frequencies. what we refer to as music is a more refined arrangement of these sounds that the creation is already making. The Indian classical music particularly comes from a very deep understanding of the human system, because all our experience of life is essentially happening within us. Light and darkness is happening within us, sound and silence is happening within us, joy and misery is happening within us, agony and ecstasy is happening within us. Every human experience happens only within ourselves, never outside of ourselves. Because we are the basis of our experience, everything that we do is based upon the nature of the self. Because of this, the music identified certain dimensions of the body which are responsive to the sounds that we generate or the sounds that come towards us. The human system being seen as 5 koshas or 5 sheets or layers of body. The Annamaya kosha, the Manomaya kosha, Pranamaya kosha, Vijnanamaya kosha and Anandamaya kosha. Among these 5, Pranamaya kosha is the most significant one. Pranamaya kosha is made up of 72,000 nadis, which meet and redistribute in 114 significant ways, or there are 114 junction boxes in the human system. Of these, 2 are outside the physical nature and 112 are within. Out of these 112, 4 are dormant to a large extent. So 108 active energy centers in the body are chakras in the body. Based on this, these 108 are divided on the right and the left in the form of Ida and Pingala. They are divided as 54 each. Based on this, we formed a Sanskrit alphabet of 54 sounds. These 54 sounds in 2 manifestations of feminine and masculine, we have 108. These 108 sounds, this 50 evolved to its ultimate possibility by using these 108 sounds is called as Nada Yoga. So the Indian classical music is an evolution of this fundamental process of Nada Yoga. If one listens to music with the necessary involvement, or one involves themselves in the process of what we are referring to as the classical music, it is not just about pleasantness of the body, it is not just about the pleasantness of emotion that one goes through. It is a way, it is a method to move out of compulsive cycles of life and transcend those cycles to achieve an ultimate process of freedom and liberation.
So basically, what he was saying is what we talk about, that everything in this universe is vibration. That's why this sounds like Om, and there are several other mantras are so important. Everything is just sound and vibrations, and our physical body is really condensed vibrations, and those vibrations are more important than the senses. We have 6 senses in the 5 senses in the body. The vibrations around the chakras have more power than the senses. So I want to share the screen again and show you a little presentation, PowerPoint presentation. So these are the chakras, the 7 chakras. Actually, uh, beginning from the bottom here, this is called the root chakra, and the sound is C or Sa. The next one is the sacral chakra. This is related to, this is for our grounding. The explanation here, the emotional or the psychological explanation is on this side, the grounding. It keeps us firm on the ground. That's our basis. That's where things start. This has to do with emotion, intensity, and is generally connected with the sex organs. This is called the solar plexus, and it is just a little above the belly button. And it is our power, our strength, and it's related to digestion, it's related to the adrenal glands. This thing here, the next one in green, is the heart chakra. It is called anhata, unstruck sound. That's what it is in Sanskrit. Anhata means unstruck sound. So it is the silence. And all these mystics, and we'll talk about that a little later, they achieve the silence, and that silence takes them beyond the body. That silence gives them liberation from worldly problems. The next one above here is the throat chakra. And this is our manifestation, our sense of self. Here we say, I am this, I am John Doe, I'm Asha, or whatever our name is. That's where we assert ourselves. Our unique personality comes here from this thing, and it's related to the thyroid gland. This is our ability to forecast something that no one can see or hear. It is intuition, something that's beyond, comes from the heaven or from the universe, and something special.
Oh, yeah.
Hello? Okay. And the last one right on top is the crown chakra, called the 1000 petal lotus. And there's spirituality. That's where, if we achieve that, we are now in direct contact with the universe. So I got one more slide that explains it in a little more detail. Okay, these are on the left here, the chakras from 1 through 7. These are the Indian names for them. So some of you may be familiar with these names. We'll just go through them fast. Muladhara, the root chakra. Swadhi, which is red in color. And there are some people, both Indians and Americans, there are a few Americans who can actually see color and they can hear the sound. This is C note, and it's at the base of the spine. The next one is called Swadisthana. It's orange in color. Then it's Manipura. This is our stomach. Our digestion is related to the adrenal glands. Then it's Anhata, unstruck sound. Why it is called unstruck, I don't know. It goes with the F note, but actually it is our sense of self, our unique sense. Everyone has this unique unstruck sound, and that is what we develop through meditation and through spirituality. It's green in color, and the gland is right there, the thymus gland on our chest. The next one is the Vishuddha, which is the thyroid. It is our assertion of ourself. Then it's Ajna, it's between just above the two eyes. It's called the third eye. And it's indigo. And these two glands are involved with this. And when we get nirvana or something like that, it doesn't have to be nirvana. When we get some special inspiration, that goes to the pineal gland. And that is Sahasraha. So now what we'll do, since all of this is related to mantras, there are many people who teach mantras. So we'll do some little Om chanting, okay? So here we are, and we can do it at two different levels. Normally I do it with the music sound, and music is good, as Sadhguru said, music is also good. But just the Om, the way the mantras were said by these ancients, this is even before there was any religion. These ancients who were rishis and gurus in the Himalayas, they had no religion. It was before any religions was formed. They would sit down there and say, Om Shanti, and that would just bring some kind of peace. So let's do that about 5 or 10 times, and then we'll sing it to a music, and that's more fun type of a thing. But this is more peaceful type of a thing. So all of you, just if you want to turn turn on your mic so you can hear each other, and let's do it slowly. 3 syllables. Aum. So you can feel the peace going through your body. You can actually feel, some of you may be able to feel the vibrations going through your body. One more time. Let's do it one more time. Okay. Now we'll do it more with the tune of that Sydney Port here. Like, and you can say, if you are not comfortable with saying Om or Aum, you can say Amin. Most of the people in the Middle East, it's like a Muslim type of a thing, or Western thing is Amen. They're all related to the same basic sound of Om. So you can sing Amen, you can sing Om, you can say Amin or Aum, whichever you. But we'll do it to this tune. I'll sing the tune first and then we'll do it 2 or 3 times. Amen. 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 One more time. Amen. 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 Okay, now we'll have like a 15-minute sound bath, and after that, I've got some points to make, but we'll go through this sound bath. So if you want to relax and just feel the sound waves going through your body, going through your chakras, and when that ends, then I've got some more. We can have a question and answer. I've got some more points to talk about the development of chakras here in America and people who are doing it, people who have done it in the past. So if you want to just relax, you can sit down, okay, and feel this. You know, people here in America, they go to studios and they spend $10, $15 for half an hour of just listening to these bowls. It's either crystal bowls or it's metal bowls like these Himalayan bowls. So let's start that, and after 15 minutes, we'll stop it and we'll do some more talking. Or if you have some questions, we can do that. Hello? Okay, so everybody relax. If you want to keep your mics on, that's fine. If you want to turn them off, that's fine. And I will give a little guidance, but it's basically keeping your mind quiet and feeling these vibrations. And if you are sensitive to the notes, to music notes, you'll actually hear the note C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. So
I
we'll
had
start.
one question.
Yes.
I wanted to know whether to rotate this sound or the colors around our body in horizontal circle or front to back or whichever. So what do you recommend?
Well, it's at that point. So at the bottom, it'll be the color will be red. So
Yes,
at the next
rotation.
color, it's the rotation, right? But it's
Okay.
only in that specific point. But the
Okay.
music, the waves go all over, but it's in that specific point because it's one unique note. It's not multiple notes. So it's
Okay.
only in that one point.
All right. Thank you.
But I have not seen the colors. This is what and I can't hear the notes, but this is what experts tell me. It's one specific point, one specific note, one specific color at that point. So up here it would be violet, and right at the bottom it would be red. Okay? Okay, let's start then. That's a good question. Thank you for that question. So I'm starting with the root chakra. That is our grounding. Now it's the Heart Chakra, F note, green in color. The Throat Chakra, third eye, brown, violet in color. B note. This is the solar plexus, the stomach, digestion, adrenal glands. If you have any digestion issues, feel this thing going into your adrenal glands and bringing a balance to that part of your body. Now the thyroid, Vishuddha chakra. A lot of us have thyroid problems because of toxicity in the air, toxicity in politics, toxicity in government. So this will bring peace and balance to that part of our body. We cannot control the outside, but we can control our body and our mind. Now the crown chakra, getting energy from the universe as it flows through our body, goes down into the earth and goes around in circles, back and forth through the whole body, back to the universe, and comes back into a 1,000-petal flower of the crown chakra. Now it's the Heart Chakra, F note. The Heart Chakra is love and compassion, not only for our immediate friends and family, but for all creatures, for all human beings, for everyone, whether they are our friends or they don't agree with us, just give them love so you can bring love and peace to your own self. I'll strike the Heart Chakra one more time. It's really a very nice sound. It's the middle-sized bowl. The biggest one is the root, the smallest is the crown, but the Heart Chakra is a middle-sized bowl and sweetest sound. If you have any physical heart issues, blood pressure issues, just focus on this. If you have any sadness issues, all of us have some sadness or some discomfort with our friends or family, just focus on this sound. It'll bring balance to that relationship. I'll strike it one more time. F note. Now we go to the thyroid, the throat chakra. Now the third eye, the ability to see the future, to see what is happening somewhere else outside our view, in another country, in another dimension, to some friends or relatives who are living far away. And now the energy chakra of crown, where the energy from the universe comes and cycles through our body, through the backbone, through all the 7 chakras from the crown. When this chakra is open and active, the energy flow is very smooth right through from the universe, through the chakras, back to the ground in a complete circle. I'll do it one more time. So we'll start with the root chakra. It's the biggest bowl that I have here, and it is also a very loud sound. That's our grounding. That's where we feel firm and strong in the universe. It is the C note of the octave. The next is called the Sacral Chakra, Swadisthana, and it is related to the sex organs, reproductive organs. Now we are going to do the Heart Chakra, the F note, the note of love, the chakra of peace and harmony in our life. And we cannot control harmony outside, but we can bring peace within our own self. Emotions of sadness, emotions of joy all come here. And if we can handle both of them and stay in balance, then we've achieved something in our life. So I'll strike it one more time, the Heart Chakra. Next, the Throat Chakra, Thyroid. And I just struck the Crown Chakra. So if we can just stay in this thing for a few seconds, feel the vibrations, feel the peace, feel whatever you felt with these 7 chakras. Each is a separate note. And gradually, if you want to come back from the world of meditation to and being to the world of doing and talking and asking questions. So if there are any questions, I'd be glad to answer. If not, I would like to share a few more thoughts with you. Yes, you have a question? Asha? I can't hear you. Your mic is, you have to unmute.
Okay, sir. Hello.
Yes, now, yes, I can hear you.
No question. Sir, I want to know from top to bottom all the colors and what are each and every what you call thing called. What is the root chakra called? And because that was not very clear from your end, sir.
Okay, the root chakra is called the Muladhara.
1 minute. Go slow, sir.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can send you an email with that if you want, but we'll talk about it. The root chakra is called Muladhara, Muladhara, Muladhara.
Yes, sir.
The next one above that is the Sacral Chakra. It is the reproductive organs, and it is our emotions, and that is called the Swadisthana. Swadisthana.
It is known as Swadhisthana.
Yes, SWAD, Swadisthana.
Yes, sir.
The next one above that is related to the stomach and the adrenal glands, and that is called Manipura. It's
Yes.
like the Manipura dance, Manipura. And the one above that is called Anhata. Hatha is sound, Anhata is no sound in Sanskrit. For some
Yes.
reason, it's called no sound, but it's actually the sound of the F note. That is
Yes.
the heart chakra.
Which is green in color.
That is green in color, correct.
So I want to know root chakra is what color, sir?
It is red.
Red. And this thing, what you call Swadisthana after the set,
Orange, and then yellow.
then yellow. Okay, Manipuram is yellow.
Yes,
And then Anhata is green.
green, correct.
Yes. And then after that, sir, fifth one?
The next one is blue in color. It is the throat chakra, and it is called the Vishuddha. Vissuddha, Vishuddha.
Vishuddha.
Yes.
Okay. Yes. And the sixth one, sir?
That is the third eye. It's also called Ajna, and that is indigo. That is the original color of India. That is why the foreigners wanted to come to India. That's how the word India, I think, partly how the word India came about, indigo.
Okay, sir.
And the last one on the top is uh, violet, and that is the Sahasraha, Sahasraha, Sahasraha. It is also called the thousand petal lotuses. You
So
notice
that's a crown chakra, right?
that is the crown chakra, and it is
Yes.
open for
Thank you so
energy
much.
to come. Okay.
Yes. Thank you so much.
So, at one time, maybe 7,000 years ago, these rishis, they had the ability to activate each of these chakras. They had the ability to control chakras. We have lost that over the years. But some people are developing it. There are some people in India and in America too who can sense chakras, who can control their chakras. And there's an Indian doctor. She was born in India. Her name is Kulrit Chakravarti, and she and her husband, she's a medical doctor. Her husband they were married here, but her husband came to India and spent a lot of time learning Nada yoga. Actually, all this thing that I'm doing here is all a variation of Nada yoga. Nada means sound. It's just all a variation, different variations. You can do it with tuning forks, you can do it with bowls, you can do it with voice. The voice is the best thing you can do. It's your own voice because it can control your body more than any external instruments. Now, these external instruments are good, they help, but your voice is the best thing. So when you're with yourself, just do Om by yourself. It'll in the beginning it'll sound funny, but as you practice it more, you'll get more comfort and more control of you over your own body parts and over your own chakras. Just do the Om sound. It's a very good sound. And this doctor I was telling you, Dr. Kulreet, uh, she has patients coming to her and she treats them partly with Western music, but mainly her husband treats them with mantras. He gives them different mantras like Om, Shanti, uh, Krishna, Om Shivaya, Shankara, these type of sounds, they have an amazing ability. He teaches them and they are able to find relief with their problems. So there's a lot of value to it. We've just lost that over the years. We've lost it in India, but it's people in India many, many years ago used to do it. People in Tibet used to do it. People in China, they have a thing called Chan, which is another variation of yoga. And the Christians used to do it in their monasteries, the Benedictine priests and the Gregorian priests. They used to just hum. It has an amazing thing, but some of them are still doing it, but it looks like it's lost. So there's a lot of value for us to just sit and hum or do Om or any other Om
Only sound.
Shivaya, Om Shivaya. It's a very good practice. So with
Only
that,
sound.
I can't hear you. Go ahead, please. Is there any question?
Any sound? Oh.
Correct. Om is the best sound. And if you go on the internet, you just do mantras in Google, they'll give you the different sounds. You know,
Sir, I
these
would like to know, when we say Om, which one we should stretch more? Is it the ma that we should stretch more? That ma
it's
should be
really
stretched more?
equally all three sounds. Ah, There are three sounds. Ah, And they say that the universe, which was created billions of years ago, it had the Big Bang. There were three sounds, three variations of Aum. That was the original sound that
So, but,
created
but,
the universe.
but it is taught to us that ma should be stretched more, because that gives absolutely peace to the to the body.
You may be right. I don't really know because my knowledge is borrowed knowledge. This is knowledge of books. I don't
Okay.
have that experience to tell you exactly.
Okay,
But
sir.
all I know is some people, at least the experts that I've read, they say equally all three sounds. So if there are no other questions, thank you so much, and keep singing, keep laughing. This laughing is another very good. It's a sound. And the reason for this, besides just the sound of the Om creating vibrations, there is what is known as the vagus nerve. It goes right through here, and it goes through all the parts of the body, all the organs. So every time you make this sound, you're giving a massage to all the parts of the body.
Laughing is
So
very good exercise.
right. So not only is it a spiritual thing, it is a very physical, biological thing for our body. So these ancient gurus and rishis, they knew what they were doing. They were telling us to do it because it's a spiritual thing, it's a physical thing. It helps us in this world and it helps us with our spiritual relationship with the universe, with our soul.
Sir, I'm very thankful to you. I really enjoyed this session. And I would like you to repeat this session once again so that we are absolutely thorough with whatever you are teaching us.
Okay, so we can either do it next week, next session, or we do something else and do it the session after that, whichever
Yes.
way you want.
Yes.
Okay,
Okay,
very
thank
good.
you. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay,
Thank you.
thank you.
Let us all say Om Namah Shivaya in the
Thank
end.
you very much.
Okay, that's a good point that Asha made. Let's do Om Shivaya. Om Shivaya, Om Shivaya, Om Shivaya, Shankara. 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 These are sounds. They don't have anything to do directly with
Om
religion.
Shivaya,
They're
Om
just sounds.
Shivaya Shankara.
Very
Om
good. Om
Shivaya,
Shivaya, Om Shivaya, Om Shivaya, Shankara.
Om Shivaya,
Om Shivaya, Om Shivaya, Shankaram.
Om
Om
Shivaya.
Shivaya, Om Shivaya, Om
Shivaya.
Shivaya, Shankara.
By singing this, it's bringing peace inside, peace.
Yes, these rishis who develop these sounds, we have
Yes.
attached some meaning to the sound, but they are
Yes.
just sounds that have value for the body. Because
Thank you, sir.
our body is made up of sound actually.
Yes, sir. Thank
So
you,
thank
sir.
you.
So I have one question.
Thank
Yes.
you.
So I have one question.
Please ask.
Come again.
I just wanted to know if the notes of the chakras are there on the keyboard.